Listen, you're not going to get rich following one of these creator gurus on social media. Most of them are selling courses on how to grow your audience on YouTube or Twitter or LinkedIn. Some of the more popular ones right now, especially on Twitter, are Justin Welsh, Dickie Bush, Dan Coe. Dan Coe is also popular here on YouTube. The problem is this: the competition is fierce. I'm not saying you can't make it big as a creator, but why make it harder on yourself? Instead, I believe that your path to wealth lies with the humble and hardworking people who are small business owners that you can also find on Twitter and YouTube putting out great content. And today, you're going to learn how Mike Lake, also known as Pool Guy Mike, turned a simple idea into a thriving business, and how you can do it too. First, let's take a look at his Twitter profile here, because I find it compelling and sets the stage for who we're dealing with. What's notable? The focus is outward, helping others, not inward, on serving his own passions. Notice the anti-get-rich-quick comment. You see, people want results yesterday, and that's how these gurus on social media hook you in. They promise if you spend $150 on their course that you'll be like them. You will have 100,000 followers and you'll be selling your own courses. You know, you'll do this all from a resort somewhere. I can see you now, next to the pool, happily stroking away on your keyboard. But it won't come quickly. It never comes quickly. But there must be some trick, right? Some online arbitrage or something? Maybe Amazon FBA. I mean, that's a thing, right? Wrong. You have to take a 5-year view or longer. But I'll explain why that is actually a good thing. So here's how it began for Mike and what you can learn from his story. The first thing that you have to appreciate is you could call Mike a 15-year overnight success. He worked for a number of pool companies, one that was called Jeff's Pool Service, then Classic Pool and Patio. Then he founded his own company, Credence Pool, and he's now in year 8 of his company. You see what I mean? No online course, no quick fix. But why should you feel good about that? Well, the reason is this. For one, Mike's shown that it can be done. Mike is no different from you. You know, what one man can do, another man can do. Most people will give up, and if you don't, then you'll be the one who's successful. Just show up every day, chop wood, and you'll outlast most people. You get what I'm trying to say here? Is that most people will give up because they'll find this type of work boring. That means less competition. That's how Mike has been able to make so much money running a pool service, because most people just give up. And let's look how it started for Mike. Listen, no one likes working at a call center, but notice the entrepreneurial spirit. You see this over and over from entrepreneurs. Everything is an opportunity. Embrace the suck, as the people in the military say. How about you? You don't like your job? But I bet you're learning skills right now that can propel you forward. And sales should be at the top of the list. Showing up with a smile and firm handshake puts you ahead of most of the competition. And listen, forget about the self-righteous hero journey from social media's finest creators. For Mike, this was a family affair. And his wife supports him too. And look what he says there. She held my head up when I cried. That's the reality, folks. You will doubt yourself, it will get hard, and you'll want to quit. But you lean on those you love, because you'll need them. And Mike says it all right here. Lately, online, there's this new solopreneur culture which has taken hold. The image of a solitary figure heroically typing away on his MacBook Pro, doing what? I don't know, posting content, whatever that is. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, you're going to need the support of those who love you. Forget this whole idea of a solopreneur sitting by himself next to a pool somewhere making tons of money. And to make money in the beginning, Mike hustled for cash driving an Uber. Turns out picking up customers in a wrapped truck was a conversation starter, and it helped him land clients. Just imagine this. It's 2 a.m., you're drunk, leaving a bar, you call an Uber, and Mike shows up in that picture, in that truck you see in the picture there. First thing you'd ask is, why are you driving a pool truck? And Mike would use that as an opportunity to tell his story. And you can see the advice right here that he would get from older passengers. See what I mean? The fact that the path is hard is your biggest advantage. All of your competition will simply give up. Now, what about the math? Well, Mike shows you right here how you can get to $30,000 a year pretty quick. And to me, I find it more believable than selling Notion templates or ghostwriting, both of which are all the rage currently on social media, especially on Twitter. And by the way, here we are on YouTube. This is a much more believable path to making $30,000 a year than getting monetized on Twitter, all right? And I don't see any reason why you can't clean 15 pools a week. And listen, I know $30,000 doesn't make you rich, but this is how you start. And that $30,000 is different from the $30,000 you'll make bartending or working for someone else, because it sets the platform for your future. It's the foundation for next year's $150,000. And then you can see with this post right here, Mike shows you how you can double your income. So you can go from $30,000 a year to $60,000 a year just by raising your prices. I mean, this is the math right here. $30,000 a year equals 15 pools per week at $40 a visit. Well, $60,000 a year is 15 pools per week at $80 a visit. See, the whole thing is you get some initial clients by competing on fees. You simply charge less than the other pool service companies in your particular market. Then, once you provide A+ service and you get some income rolling in, you just increase your fees. And the good thing about it is you can do it in this type of business because, as we covered already, most people don't want to do work like this. They don't want to clean pools. That is your greatest in to making a lot of money. And listen, as Mike shows right here, many people say cleaning pools isn't cool. Well, Mike will take that into account when he's playing golf at 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. I follow Mike on social media, and he has this company set up where he has that type of flexibility. He can go golfing or do what he wants to do, take long vacations with his wife, which is great. And you can tell just by this email, right, or just by this Twitter post right here, that he has a waiting list for clients. And I can tell you this, you know, there really isn't going to be any waiting list for the next ghostwriter on Twitter or a waiting list for the next person creating content on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Don't compete in oversaturated markets. And this is, I guess, the last thing I would say. When you start a small business, you have the opportunity to be a leader. You provide income and benefits to other people. You create something meaningful and enduring that maybe you pass down to other people. You can shape the direction of a team and even impact your local community. All of those things are what's missing from this solopreneur or creator culture we see on social media. And if you look at this Twitter post right here, when's the last time you heard a social media guru say something like this? I mean, how cool is that? He gets to go and pay for the anniversary dinner of one of his employees. Doing stuff like that will make you feel great about yourself. And listen, this is the deal. Mike lays out right here in this Twitter post how much it takes to get started. It's low risk. You can get started for about $3,000 or $4,000. Listen, this is the way, folks. So if you're working a job you hate right now, fine. Start taking on some pool cleaning jobs on the side. As I said earlier, Mike says you can make $30,000 a year by doing 15 pools a week. And you can do 15 pools in one day. You just do it on the weekend when you're not working. And then sooner or later, as you get some momentum, I guarantee you that $30,000 per year will very quickly become $150,000 per year. And that, I bet, would only take about a year or two. And if you take a 5-year view, which you should be doing anyway, then there's no reason why you can't build into $1 million plus in annual revenue. It's a lot more believable than trying to make that kind of money being a creator on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. So get to work.